Hello, welcome to Illustrious Awards, Inside to Your Left.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to Illustrious Awards, Inside to Your Left.
The Institute for Latino Studies presents
Highlights of the Illustrious Awards,
Honoring Distinguished Latinos.
The third and last installment of the Illustrious Awards is on.
Can you believe it? It's unbelievable. We just put together the first two installments. The first one in 2016 and the second one last year, 2017, and now we are 2018, the third installment. Can you believe it?
And final. That's going to be on Saturday, September 22nd, 2018 at 6 o'clock in Newark, New Jersey. Nestor, it's most appropriate that we thank the board of directors of the Institute for Latino Studies for their commitment to the Illustrious Awards. It's only that kind of commitment and support that make this and other projects possible.
Yeah, we are grateful to them. Gracias. The programs and initiatives of the Institute for Latino Studies are made possible thanks to
Univision,
Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities,
Berkeley College,
Rutgers Center for Latino Arts and Culture,
Fairleigh Dickinson
El
University,
Museo del Barrio,
Miran Group,
Centro de Estudios Puertorriqueños at Hunter College,
Dominican Magic Hair Products,
Formed Medical Center and Urgent Care,
Gold and Silver Inc.,
El Especialito,
the State University of New York,
New York Hispanic Cosmetology and Beauty Chamber of Commerce,
North Jersey Federal Credit Union,
LA Riverside Insurance,
Horizon,
Foodtown Supermarkets,
ESPN Deportes 1050 AM,
Evelyn Padin Esquire,
CUNY in the Heights,
Yonkers Public Schools,
Hispanic Multipurpose Service Center,
and among others, St. Benedict's Prep School and Corinthian Medical IPA.
But it seems like yesterday that the Institute began the project of documenting the contribution of Latinos to the United States of America in all of these areas: education, politics, government, science, and so forth.
Yeah.
And here we are.
I'm so proud that we did it. Just looking at this publication that we have produced, in which we highlight the stories of each one of these honorable Latinos, and just looking at the stories and the way they have lived their lives and the legacy they're leaving behind and the contributions to this great United States of America, it makes me proud that we put together this project.
Actually, the stories of these Latino icons that we are featuring humble me, really, because even though Latinos' presence in the United States dates back more than 500 years, and our incidents, our contributions have been a part of the history of this country in government, in politics, in education, and so forth. Those parts, those contributions really maybe have been picked up in different parts of history, like Latinos who fought in the diverse wars in the United States.
That's right.
Or Latinos who made a breakthrough in education, like Jaime Escalante,
Right.
for example. So in pieces, that has been done throughout the past 500 years.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm so proud that we came out with this idea to have this event. And I was thinking about the statue that we use to recognize these outstanding Latinos. Just look at this one. This is a male statue. I mean, the figure is outstanding when you look at a man standing straight, naked, totally naked, in symbolizing that he's transparent, that he has made it, that he has nothing to hide, that he's just successful, and that's basically what symbolizes
with his
that,
arms down and chest up, kind of being proud without being arrogant,
That's
and
right.
just saying, I'm clear, here's my contribution.
Yeah.
And pretty much that's what we have done. What we are ending up with is a little bit over 150 Latino men and women who have already left a legacy in the United States. And these 150 plus are a pretty good sample of what Latinos are, who we are in the United States today. We're so proud. We have seen over the past 2 years outstanding educators, judges, lawyers, doctors, leaders, coaches, sport coaches.
That's right. Many of them deserve lifetime achievement awards, and we have a special token for those who are selected for the
Actually,
lifetime.
and so far, we have had 6 lifetime achievements. The first 3 were the first Dominican to serve in a state legislature in the United States, the former assembly member Arthur Eve.
Wonderful, wonderful honor. For an 84-year-old man, this is the highlight of my career.
That first year, we also had a Lifetime Achievement Award for the late José Rojairi, el decano del periodismo.
That's right.
One more, the first year, it was Maria Magda O'Keefe, the first Latino and women to occupy an elected office in the city of Paterson, New Jersey.
Last year we presented the Lifetime Achievement Award to also 3 individuals who we consider outstanding, and the committee selected unanimously. And one of them was Father Luis Barrios, because of his commitment to our community. He is a fighter. He's not only active in church and in the community, but he feels the need to advocate for the advancement of Latinos from all origins, regardless of whatever their political or religious beliefs. He fights for everybody. I remember last year when we presented the Lifetime to Luis Barrios, I mean, the room just came to a halt. I mean, everybody stood up in recognition of this man who was walking on the stage and his story being presented in big screen. And that was such a moment that I'll tell you, I will always remember that occasion.
That was very emotional.
The other 2 lifetime achievements that we presented, one was to this civil rights immigration attorney, Martinez. He is recognized in the Latino community as an icon, as somebody who gave so much without expecting anything in return. So
Antonio Martinez.
Thanks to his leadership and his advocacy, he was able to help thousands of individuals to deal with the process of immigration. Many of them were able to acquire their residency and U.S. citizenship thanks to the advocacy and the dedication of that man. That was another moment when we saw his family coming to pick up the award, and they stood in front of the audience, and I saw tears coming down, and the audience was mesmerized, and they stood up also in recognition of such a grandiose figure of our community.
How about when Judge Caridad Rigo came onto the stage? What an honorable woman! What a class act! When you talk about fighting and standing up for the rights of immigrants, for Latinos in the county of Passaic, her as a young attorney first, and then as a judge, inserting in her decisions and in her daily functioning in the court the fact that we as a community, as anybody else and everybody else, deserve respect.
I agree with you 100%, Maria Teresa. This year, the Illustrious Awards promises to be, if not the best, But I'll tell you a very significant occasion, because this is going to be the last installment that the Institute for Latino Studies decided to put together, just to make sure that we recognize those Latinos that are nominated through the survey that we make public. Everybody has an opportunity to nominate candidates for the Illustrious 2018. So the process is open right now, so you could submit your nomination online through the Institute for Latino Studies.org and make your nomination. I mean, this is the time to do it.
Actually, Nestor, it fills me with much satisfaction when I look at the list and the faces of these icons, because I have no other word to describe them, that together as a group, they are a true and accurate representation of who Latinos have been and are in the United States.
That's right. And with that, I'm just remain excited, motivated, and I'm just will keep keeping my commitment and my work up to the task, because I want to see this memorable occasion, the third installment of the Illustrious Awards, happening in a grandiose way, the way we put together
Well,
events.
actually, if the world of entertainment and music recognizes and acknowledges their outstanding members, rightfully so, for their talent, why shouldn't we do the same? In a ceremony that is formal and with all the merit that the people we're honoring deserve, whether they're actually leaving a legacy to the United States. I get somewhat emotional every time for these past 2 years. First, when we start bringing these individuals in for the interview, and we hear about their stories, and then we get emotional selecting the piece, the couple of minutes of that story that we're actually going to show, and then finally on that night when we see them marching. What I see is our history, is us Latinos, is our history marching forth for the world to see, to be recognized and be called illustrious.
So why don't we conclude this little introduction with the audience with some highlights of the two previous installments of the Illustrious, so that they could see some of the photos, some of the moments when these honorees came on stage to pick up their awards. I mean, it's a wonderful occasion, and many of them will be so proud to see themselves again reenacting, in this video, some of the highlights of those two wonderful ceremonies.
Absolutely. When you see that, don't forget to reserve. You go to instituteforlatinostudies.org and reserve your seat. Seating at the ceremony is limited for many reasons, and we usually enjoy that the honorees themselves can bring to the award whoever they want to witness such an occasion, but the public is invited, and I definitely encourage you to go onto the website, reserve your seat before we run out.
So, we see you in September, right? Take care.
With the Illustrious Awards.
No, with
The Illustrious Awards.
Honoring distinguished
Latinos.
Muy buenas noches. Bienvenidos. Welcome to the second installment of the Illustrious Awards.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is an honor to be here, and it is a wonderful, wonderful evening to celebrate the Institute's second part of their celebration. We have 57 honorees here tonight that we're going to recognize some great achievements and some momentous. We're going to have a wonderful night understanding here what has actually been accomplished and inspire the future. And at Berkeley College, we're very much focused on inspiring the future. Many of you on the way you checked in this evening, you were greeted by a Berkeley College student. hopefully their being and witness to your evening tonight and all the things that you've accomplished will lead them to be future honorees when these awards come on again in the future. So we very much look forward to that. We also, too, very, very proud of our very own Dr. Dario Cortez, who will receive an honor this evening. He is the Executive Director of the Berkeley College Foundation and also my predecessor as a Distinguished President of Berkeley College. So we're very, very proud of Dr. Cortez. Throughout the evening, you're going to understand what the awards are about and who they're honoring and what they're recognizing. At Berkeley College, we're focused on the future. We're focused on education. We're proud to be a sponsor, and thank you very much. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you.
I would have to
frankly congratulate you all and congratulate the committee, because what you're doing is something that is really not only valuable, but it is of essential importance. History happens and it's forgotten unless someone takes the time and the discipline to record it. And we as Latinos, as Puerto Ricans, as artists, have lived through a very, very complicated and interesting half a century in the 20th and now in the 21st. And I think we owe it to posterity to have a record of that. It has been a trek, a story that has been full of difficulties, full of victories, but it's been interesting. And it should be the source of pride for generations to come.
The Illustrious Awards, honoring distinguished Latinos.